ಇವತ್ತಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು 2025ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆದ 24 ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ನ ಫಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ಲಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಸೆಟ್. ಗುಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಂದು ಇಂಟ್ಯಾಂಜಿಬಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಲೋನ್ ಈಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಟು ದ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಲೋನ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅವ್ರ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಕೂಪನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಈಸ್ dash at which the amount is paid by the company on its debenture. Answer ಬಂದು coupon rate is the rate of interest. The term financial analysis include both analysis and interpretation. Cash flow statement helps in. Answer ಬಂದು balancing of cash flows. The agreement should be carry on dash business. Answer lawful business. Unrecorded assets are to be credited to revaluation account. 10,000 9% debenture issued at par, 9% is interest. Capital reserve is shown under dash at reserves and surplus. Tax on operating profit should be classified as answer bandu operating cash flow. Next one, new ratio minus old ratio is gain ratio. Dash is the part of issued capital, subscribed capital. Dash statement are the basic and formal annual report, financial. Next one, common size statement is also known as dash analysis, vertical analysis. Cash flow statement helps in balancing its cash flows. Next one, partnership is the result of agreement between two or more persons to do the business and share its profits and losses. Dash statements are the basic and formal annual reports, financial. Premium on the issue of debenture is a capital profit. Dash ratio is required for sharing future profits and also for adjustment of capitals, new ratio. Cash flow statement is prepared by is the dash method. Answer by the most of the companies is indirect method. Next one, profit and loss appropriation account is merely an extension of answers bando profit and loss account of the firm. If an asset is taken over by a partner, such a partner's capital account is to be. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ಅಸೆಟ್ನ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಸೆಟ್ನ ಟೇಕನ್ ಓವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಾ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಾ? ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ. ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆನ್ ಪರ್ಪಿಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರಿಸರ್ವ್. Capital reserve is shown under reserves and surplus. Current ratio is the proportion of current assets. Next one, the agreement between the partners should be carry on some dash business. Answer is lawful business. Unrecorded assets is to be credited to revaluation account at the time of admission of a new partner. Debenture holders are the dash of the company, creditors athava lenders. Financial statements include dash and balance sheet, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Collection of cash from trade receivable is cash inflow. Next one, unrecorded assets is to be credited to revaluation account. Amount payable to the executor of the deceased partner is transferred to executor loan account. Next one, discount on issue of debenture is a fictitious asset. Next one, capital reserve is shown under reserves and surplus. The dash ratio is primarily measures of return. Answer about the profitability. Next one, general reserve is transferred to dash accounts at the time of admission of a new partner, old partner's capital account. Executor account is generally prepared at the time of death of a partner. Debentures which are transferable by merely delivery are called bearer debentures. Quick ratio is also known as liquid ratio. Dash item may be operating, investing or financing activity. Answer is interest. Old ratio minus new ratio. Sacrifice ratio. Call money received in advance, it is called calls in advance. Debenture holders are the answers bando creditors of the company. Next one, common size analysis also known as vertical analysis. Issue of new debenture is a cash inflow. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. Partnership is the result of agreement between the partners. Next one, profit or loss on revaluation is transferred among the partners in dash ratio on the retirement of a partner. It is transferred on the old profit sharing ratio. Capital reserve is shown under dash at reserves and surplus. Analysis and interpretation are complementary each other. Quick ratio is also known as liquid ratio. Next one, analysis and interpretation. Okay, complete the complementary. Okay, next one, profit and loss appropriation account is merely an extension of profit and loss account. Amount payable to executors of the deceased partner is transferred to executors account. All assets except cash or bank and fixed features that are transferred to dash side of the realization account. Answer, debit side. 10% debenture issued at par. Here 10% means it is the rate of interest. The dash ratios are primarily measures the return. Answer, profitability. Next question. Accounting treatment at the time of retirement and the death is same. On dissolution of the firm, partners' capital accounts are closed through cash or bank account. Fixed assets are classified as tangible and intangible asset. An annual report is issued by the company to its shareholders. Dash ratios are calculated to determine the ability of the business to service its debt to the long run. Answer is solvency ratio. Next question paper. Goodwill brought by the new partner in cash is to be distributed among the old partners in dash ratio, sacrifice ratio. Partners loan is dashed to the realization account, not transferred. Debentures which are transferable by merely delivery are called dash debentures, barrel debentures. Fixed assets are classified tangible and intangible asset. Dash activities related to purchase and sale of asset, investing activities. Debentures which are transferable is called barrel debentures. Share capital is shown under the head of shareholders fund. Percentage of each asset to the total asset is shown in dash balance sheet. It is common size balance sheet. Dash is a mathematical number calculated as a reference to the relationship two or more numbers. It is called ratio. Purchase of any asset by paying cash is cash outflow. Next one, the liability of the partner of his act is unlimited. Retiring partner share of goodwill is to be debited to continuing partner's capital accounts in dash ratio. Retiring partner share of goodwill is debited to continuing partners in normally it is gain ratio. If application received more number of shares than that offered to the public, it is called oversubscription. Non-current assets are used in the business for a long period of time. Analysis and interpretation dash to each other, complementary. Okay, profit and loss on revaluation account is shared among the old partners in dash ratio, old ratio. Next one, no entries required when a creditors accept fixed asset in a payment of its dues. The directors of a company must be a shareholders. The debenture account is shown under dash head of the balance sheet and the non-current liability. Current ratio is the proportion of current assets. The next one, unrecorded asset is to be credited to revaluation account. Profit on or loss on revaluation account is shared among the partners in old ratio. Profit on forfeiture of shares is transferred to capital reserve. Premium on issue of debenture is a capital profit. Okay, the dash ratio is primarily measures the rate of return, profitability. Okay, next one. Unrecorded asset is to be credited to dash account at the time of admission of a partner. Repeated many times, the revaluation account. No entry is required when a creditor accepts his fixed asset in the payment of his dissolution of the firm. As per the company's statute, debenture cannot be redeemed at discount. The ratio through which the activity of a firm's inventory can be measured in inventory turnover ratio. Cash flow statement is prepared as per accounting standard 3. A partnership firm has no separate legal entity. Goodwill brought in by new partner in cash is to be distributed among the old partners in dash ratio. Answer is sacrifice ratio. Debentures account is shown under the head of long-term borrowings. Income statement is prepared to assess profitability of an enterprise. Dash activities related to purchase and sale of fixed asset, the investing activities. Next one, old ratio minus new ratio. Answer is sacrifice ratio. If asset taken over by a partner, such partner capital account is to be debited. Next one, share capital appears under the head shareholders fund. Comparative analysis is also known as an horizontal analysis. Dash ratio measures the relation between long-term debt and equity. Answer is debt equity ratio. A partnership is the result of agreement. Dash account is debited for transfer of share of accrued profit of a deceased partner. Profit and loss suspense account. Call money received in advance is called calls in advance. Premium on issue of debenture is a capital profit. Cash flow statement is prepared by indirect method, is used by most of the companies in practice. Goodwill brought in cash by new partner is to be distributed among the old partners in sacrifice ratio. Dash account is debited for transfer of share of accrued profit of deceased partner. Profit and suspense account. Debenture which are transferable by merely delivery is called bearer debentures. Capital reserve is shown under the balance sheet under the head of, that is reserves and surplus. Purchase of any asset by paying is cash outflow. Partnership is the result of agreement. Dash account is debited to transfer of share of accrued profit of deceased partner. It is profit and loss suspense account. Call money received in advance is called calls in advance. Premium on issue of debenture is a capital profit. Cash flow statement is prepared by indirect method in most of the companies. The unrecorded assets to be credited to revaluation account. Amount payable to executor. If the deceased partner is transferred to executor loan account. Next one, the cost of winding up of the firm is the realization expenses. Next one, dash means explaining the meaning and significance of data. Answer is interpretation. Dash ratios provide the information about the critical to the long term. It is answer on the solvency.